He's been so good to us at the Artist Collective. He supports everything that we do, and we appreciate him so much. Eric is a local guy, came from Schenectady. No, I don't know. Came from somewhere and got here.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Born in Schenectady, came here at age 6. That's what he just told me. I know he graduated from Roosevelt High School, has a lot of friends in the area and a lot of followers. Eric is one of the calmest and smoothest guitarists I have ever heard, and such a beautiful singer-songwriter, and we're so happy to have him tonight and for a long time, I hope. And welcome, please, Eric Garrison.
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Thanks, Liz. As Jim said, it's really a pleasure to be part of this night and to see. I haven't had the privilege of hearing Denise, I don't think, in person anyway. I mean, I've heard you on Facebook and on recordings and stuff, but I don't think I've heard you play for.
Not for at least a couple of years.
At least. It's been a while. Yeah. So it's great to be back. Pat and Jim, I have the good fortune of seeing here at open mics on a regular basis, so it's a pleasure to see them. Pleasure to see you all. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Well, as Liz mentioned, we have a sort of resident. I got a lot of ring in the vocal mic. Can you just back the volume up a little bit, maybe? We have a Jim and I and John and our friend Brian here playing an Irish band called Flash Company. And one of the nice things about being in that band is that it's, in a very, very nice way, it can be a little competitive sometimes. And, except for Brian, of course. Brian's never competitive. So it's fun to keep in touch because as Jim and I were approaching this, we were keeping in touch about what we're going to be doing. So well, Jim doesn't realize he urged me to do this, but at Jim's urging, I have 3 tunes that actually weren't finished until today that I'm going to play for you, among other things. So we'll see how that goes. It does mean that I apologize for being glued to my music stand here, but I don't. I saw Holly here years and years ago at a concert, and she said that when she passed the age of 50, she'd given herself permission to keep a book in front of her at all times. So, good enough for her, good enough for me.
I'll vote for that.
I wish I was 50 again. That'd be nice too. Well, I woke up last night about 3 a.m. The neighbor's dog, he was at it again. Barking and howling at that old full moon. It was driving me crazy like some Looney Tune. I knew the Sandman would be passing me by. No sleep for the weary in my crib tonight. Walked in the bathroom, stood at the sink, and there in the mirror where the sight made me blink. My chin, my mouth, my eyes, my forehead. A little higher up, it just got me dead. It was the top of my head. Oh, the top of my head. It was shining like a beacon in the bathroom light. Where was the hair was the question of the night. Meet my new friend, the top of my head. I guess some of you can relate. Well, there was a raging storm off the Atlantic coast. A massive blackout, every lighthouse was toast. The radio waves were one big SOS. Them Coast Guard boys, they waiting for a test. They huddled together, thought, what can we do? Just when I was lost, an idea came through. Back here at home, my phone began to ring. They said, Eric, we need you to do that special thing. So I drove to the beach, stood on the sand, saved 1,000 ships that night with the top of my head. Just the top of my head. It was shining like a beacon for those ships at sea. Bright as the sun, it was little old me. Oh, the wonderful things I could do with the top of my head. Oh, look at the sparkle, look at it shine. I got that warm feeling just to know that it's mine. Look at that luster, look at that sheen, my friend. Have you ever seen a beam so clean? Well, me and my darling, we were fast asleep. Snuggled up together, we were counting those sheep when a noise woke me up in the middle of a dream. Little voice in my head said it ain't what it seems. I reached for my slippers, being quiet as a mouse. I heard another noise from somewhere in the house. I crept down the stairs, weak as could be. I could hear that burglar breathing in the kitchen next to me. I reached out and turned on the overhead light. Blinded that burglar woman, awesome sight. It was the top of my head. It was the top of my head. Well, it used to be a forest, now it's a sink. All white and shining like the kitchen sink. I've been out in the sun, so it's a little bit pink. Go ahead and look close, I bet you'll have to blink. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the top of my head. Now, Roy, now you come to understand why I wasn't so anxious to have you refocus all these lights right here. That's okay. Well, I got a couple of songs about growing up here. I had a capo when I walked up on stage. It was in a pocket. No, it's not. I don't know. Where it's gone, don't worry about it. I'll just do it in a different key. Here's another song about hair, of a different variety.
On your back.
That's coming. That's coming. I didn't start that one until 6 and it's not done. I'm sorry, but I'll have it next time. Call it the dorsal rug or something. Now, when I was a kid, and the Beatles came to town,
The Beatles.
getting a haircut became an entirely different. Oh, that would be great. Thank you. Thank you very much. John Allers, ladies and gentlemen. In Flash Company, we call him Dancing John Allers, but that's a story that will remain untold for this evening.
Also on Flash Company, it's common for you not to have your cape on, but you did remember your glasses. Well, that's really bad.
Being in a band, just like being back in junior high school. Man, so, yeah, give me the wrong capo, John. Give me the out-of-tune capo.
I didn't know there were different kinds. What way you put it.
See your summer strings?
Well, I had to admit, my guitar came straight out of air conditioning into here, so. Tell you really. Well, when I was a kid, at any rate, some of you, those of you who lived in town here for a while may remember, if you're of my vintage, when there was a barber shop up next to the post office. And our barber was named Joe, hence Joe the Barber. He was a great guy. And periodically I'd have to make the long sojourn. I lived down at the other end of town, so I'd have to make the long trip up to the barber shop, clutching my dollar, which went up to $1.25 after the Beatles came to town. Joe was a great entrepreneur. When the Beatles came to town, he began doing something he called the English cut. And as my dad noted, he was actually cutting less hair and charging $0.25 more. We thought it was cool. We'd go to school on Monday and say, hey, you like my English guy? That was a song about Joe. He was a great guy. I remember showing up on his doorstep up there at the barbershop more than once, having forgotten my dollar, and he would trust us to bring the dollar back after we got home. And, I learned a lot of things. Now, I got to practice at home tuning with an air conditioner mic. So I haven't done it enough. Tell you what.
Different
You
guitar.
told you that was the word.
Oh,
There's a
baby.
capo.
There's a
There's my capo, as a matter of fact. It just sounds like- I was trying to keep that quiet.
You're not plugging in?
This doesn't plug in. It's old school. Well, we'll just try it on this and see how it goes. Oh, you can be an egg. Old Bobby Joe was a pretty funny guy, had a big old head, twinkle in his eye. Used to tell jokes one after the other. You could tell all your friends, but you never tell your mother. Sat on the porch in front of his shop, he read the daily news and gave his razor a strap. And sign door sit across the street, go to the diner, have something to eat. Well, the price of a haircut was always a buck, but he'd do it for less if he didn't have enough. Now that I'm grown, I miss those days, a buck for a cut, 2 bits for a shave. He took a lot off the sides and a little off the top, made that razor sing with his leather strap. Gave me some sideburns when I turned 10, they were just like my dad's, I wish I hadn't been. Well, in '64, when the Beatles came to town, old Bobby Joe saw his business going down. Our folks had fits back the length of our hair, and old Bobby Joe just had an empty chair. Well, in '69, Joe passed away. My head was to my shoulders and my dad's was gray. We followed that hearse past old Joe's shop, but it was all gone cold talking about. I said old Bobby Joe was a pretty funny guy, had a big bald head, twinkle in his eye. Used to tell jokes one after the other. He'd always tell your friend, but he'd never tell your mother. Talking you through, okay?
Yeah.
Get a little feedback on it. Back in the 80s and 90s, I used to do. I was determined to prove that I could have 2 full-time careers at the same time. So I was a teacher, and being a teacher gave me weekends and a lot of vacation to be doing road work. So I was playing music. Actually, when I sat down and counted gigs and compared with my full-time friends, I was playing full-time gig schedule at the same time. So, and I did a bunch of traveling in the summers and on spring vacation and winter vacation and all. And, on weekends, I would range from Washington, D.C. up to Portland, Maine, points in between. So, but I discovered at a certain point that I was not the road dog that I thought I was. Only took me about 15 years to figure it out. But, I was out in Iowa, of all places, once, and called home, and my wife said, as I was complaining to her about all the things that had gone wrong on the tour so far, and I think we were only 1 week in, out of a couple, 2-3 weeks, and she did pose that question. She said, well, if you're so miserable out there, why are you there? So this song addresses that situation. I think of you tonight from Minnesota. 6 weeks on the road in the great Midwest. Iowa, Wisconsin, North Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, you know all the rest. Sometimes in the night a sadness takes me. Feels like a 10-pound weight upon my chest. Our Lady of the Road, she does forsake me. Puts my dreams and choices to the test. Oh, cast your dream, bring me home. Cast your dream, bring me home. Standing on the plains, I thought of mountains, and waving weed, I saw a river flow. I heard the Hudson lapping at my memory, and the half moon sailing back to things I knew. I'll catch the lakeshore chief back from Chicago, sleep through Indiana to Buffalo. Watch that lazy Mohawk River slow moving, till we rendezvous with the mighty Hudson's flow. Cats sleeping, take me home. You dream, bring me home. Turning south at Albany, I'm waiting for sunshine on my mountains to the west. Weaves upon the tracks reverberating with the sound of home, the sound I love the best. Well, I see my sweetheart waiting at the station. I see her waiting, arms are open wide. If a man has one true destination, he can find it when he takes that homeward ride. Oh, cast your dream, cast your dream. Oh, cast your dream, bring me home. teacher, I taught English and history at a little independent school over in Connecticut. And part of my history course, it was a chronological course that started with the Revolutionary War, and my instructions on my first day teaching were, get as far as you can. So long about May, we would begin hitting the 20th century. And I used to take my kids on a field trip. And I remember one year trying to explain to my kids what a drive-in theater was. So I built my trip's itinerary that year about coming to Hyde Park for a day, so they could see a drive-in theater for real. I was always very proud that Hyde Park, after all these years, still has a drive-in theater. A place of some fascination for me, for different reasons when I was growing up, of course. One of my favorite parts was the playground, down in front of the screen where the other little kids and me in our pajamas would ride a merry-go-round. And the big kids would come. And they would push that merry-go-round around faster and faster. And we'd be waving our arms and screaming as hard as we could to our folks who were probably 60, 70 yards away. They thought we were having a good time. Well, my old bike had a squeaky wheel, two bent spokes, but I tell you I was moving. Cruising down Park Avenue to Garden Street, headed for the mailbox where the cool boys meet. Well, the air was thick on them hot August nights. Staying out late, we'd be hanging by the street light. We'd hear daddy's whistle when it got to be too late. Adolescence round the corner, we could not wait. Sha-la-la-la-la. Oh, sha-la-la-la-la. Well, my daddy bought a Buick, it must have been 50 feet long. Tommy next door, well, it said it was a real bomb. Right when the windows down to catch a big breeze, daddy's got his arm around mama, she's giving him a squeeze. Sha-la-la-la-la. Oh, sha-la-la-la-la. I was just a kid, my questions, they were easy to answer. Good feelings, they were right there on the radio. But I knew I'd be alright, 'cause I'd be a dancer, or some sweet romancer. Well, George down on the corner, she was 17, and she went out with Tommy, he was always on the first team. They'd come home late at night, and I'd watch what I said, and I showed the wish some girl would kiss me like that. Sha-la-la-la-la. Oh, sha-la-la-la-la. You know, I've gotten to that awkward stage now too, where my glasses aren't the right strength. So even though I print my lyrics in 14, and I can't go much bigger than 14-point type, otherwise you have, you know, like a lyric sheet that's 5 pages long. And I'm too far away from my glasses to work. Oh, that kind of works. Well, this is a song about writer's block. Jim Pospisil and I had a few conversations lately about writer's block and about writing. And I've taught songwriting classes in a few different places, and I always get some conversations going about the muse. I think the muse is something that shows up for us in a lot of different, it doesn't have to be writing songs, it could be many, many things. It could be stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with expressive arts. It could be in your job, it could be in your relationships, but there's always that thing that you're looking for that will help you make good decisions and do good things. So this is a song about waiting for the muse, which is what I do most of the time these days when I sit down to try to write songs. I just hang out waiting for the muse, who very often doesn't show up. But, so it's a kind of lonely pursuit, waiting for the muse. Oh, give it a shot. I am waiting, with all the patience I can muster, fortitude that will not fluster, wishing for some different avenue. Another day just waiting on the muse. I am writing, words flow like water from my pen, right to the garbage and back again, just looking for a verse that will ring true. Another day just waiting on the muse. My muse likes to be flattered, it's true she's pretty vain. Sometimes she shows me sunshine, leaves me standing in the rain. I know my muse is fickle, sometimes she lets me down, sometimes she delivers, and I love to hear that sound. I am singing, melodies with lots of notes, they all sound tragic, they sound smooth, like politicians talking in the news. Another day just waiting on the muse. I am hoping that somehow by the end of the day I'll have something new to say, a mystery to solve without the clues. Another day just waiting on the muse. I am sleeping, but somewhere in my peaceful dreams there lurks a song, or so it seems. Now where's my coffee, where's my cup? I have no choice but to get up, as my laptop, guitar in hand, determined to make my stand. A million rams in my command, swirling stars in melody, dispersed in the sea, contradicting. Something saps my energy, it's 3 a.m. I can barely see. I've done my time, I've paid my dues, I need some sleep. Lord, I know it's true. Just another day, waiting on the muse. You all have been a wonderful, wonderful audience. I thank you very much for your applause and your smiles and singing along. And I'm very, very pleased to invite Liz up to introduce our next performer, a wonderful performer, Denise Jordan. Yes, sir.
Before you